Hello, guys. Welcome back to the pig stall. It's a chilly, windy day. Thought I would come visit with the pigs who are hanging inside and see how their stall is doing with their new improved wind protection. And I gotta tell you, it's doing well. These guys were, obviously, as you can see by their bodies and their faces, they were pretty buried here in Pig Mountain before I disturbed them. But I am sitting here and I can hear the wind, but I can't feel it. And that is making me happy. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape in terms of helping keep them a little bit warmer. I am now in the line of fire of that open door, and obviously the door is pretty large. We could tighten it down. I've talked about we could even add a flap. Don't want to do that yet. So I am feeling a little bit of breeze come through, but it is not wind in the sense of what's happening outside. I'm touching my piggies and they're nice and toasty warm. Of course, they were snuggling with each other, so you know, that helps too. And yeah, I think they're pretty content. Myles is now behind me trying to knock me over. This is a game he plays. When I'm squatting down like this, he goes behind me. He puts his snout under my rear end and he lifts up and tries to push me over. And he thinks that's pretty funny, doesn't he? He's headed back for a nap. He realizes I've got no food. He's had his pets. So you'll see him now get himself snuggled in there. Let's see if I can avoid disturbing the process. From this angle, he looks like a hamster, doesn't he? Silly pig. They have particular locations that they will go. So he's busy doing his thing right now, getting himself comfy. Olive is waiting for him to get done. So even though they're pretty equal footing, right? They don't really push each other around. They have particular routines. They have not so much a hierarchy. Typically pigs do, right? But I would say there's not a dominant pig or a submissive pig. They're both on pretty equal footing. They don't push each other around for food. They switch bowls pretty evenly. They don't have arguments in that sense, but they have particular habits. So habit one is Myles gets settled first, and then Olive will join. Myles drinks water first, and Olive will drink second. But Olive will eat first, obviously, and Myles second. And Olive will head outside first in the summer, and Myles second. Myles spends more time outside year round. He likes to still go outside. Olive is a little bit more about home comfort and warmth. So she doesn't go outside as often, but in the nicer weather, here we go. Now he's digging himself a nice little bed. At any rate, so when the weather is nice and it's not cold, the routine for going outside is Olive first, Myles second. So yeah, they have very particular habits, but it's not really a dominance issue. And at the end of the day, if they ever got into it, Olive would kick his rear end. She's a solid piggy. He's a little bit thinner. He's got longer legs. I think she would just take her snout, like he does to me, right? Takes his snout and puts it underneath and tries to knock me over. She would flip him pretty hard, pretty easy. So anyway, I'm going to let them settle back into their nice toasty warm stall. I am impressed at how different it feels in this stall versus the others. You can see there's some bedding moving around, so the wind isn't perfectly blocked, and I don't want it to be, right? I don't want to create an environment where they are indoors, right? They still need to be acclimated to the outdoors. They still need to go out and get sunshine and grass and dirt and, root around out there. But they deserve a little break from the wind and from some of the environment if we can give it to them. So that's what they've got right now. They clearly are no worse for the wear. They're actually looking pretty good and pretty happy. Olive is definitely happy. Look at that tail wag. She's always been a waggy tail pig. See, now she will go outside. That tells you she's not cold. They wouldn't go outside in a windy day if they're cold. So yeah, I hope you guys are as snug as a bug in the rug like Myles is, and I will talk to you at the next one. Bye for now.